All right, let's look at this. So our first button here, so we've got two tables, a table PPE and we've got a table requisition. That's got all the requisitions of stuff to buy with quantities and stuff. And then we've got table PPE with, I think, the staff number and the order date and the amount we've got and if it's completed or not. Oh, I think it's the other way around. I think that's the requisition one and this is the PPE one. Yeah. All right, so these are the stuff we've got and this is the ones we ordered. All right, now what they want here. They want us to display a list of all staff numbers, so it's from here, that ordered from Lifeboy. So there's Lifeboy here. So we need to now look how does these two talk with each other. So who can help me with that? What links these two tables so that, because I want the staff number, because that's what I want, but then they want Lifeboy, which is there. So how does these two link? Yes. So our PPE code is the one refers to this side. So do you agree? We were looking for the staff numbers of everyone that basically has, let's say, code 123. But we can't say code 123 because they asked Lifeboy. So we must just, so that's another key thing to remember. You can't just look at this and say, all right, I see Lifeboy is 123. So at this stage, I'm only on this side, I'm only going to look for 123 on this side. So that we can't do because the question didn't say 123. The question said Lifeboy. Because you don't know if there's a number 11 going to arrive also. That's also Lifeboy. And then, what now? All right, so we're using the two tables here together. But it's basically a search. All right. So what do you think is the first thing that you would do? If I asked you to write down all the staff numbers of staff members that ordered from Lifeboy, what would you do first? Where would you go look first? Where would your eyes go first? What will you look for first? Top, left, or right? But top, the left table or the right table? Top of this table? Yeah, do you agree? You'll start with the right hand side table because you'll first go look for the Lifeboys. You first want to see where is Lifeboy so that we can get the code from there. Do you agree? And once we've got this code, we'll go to this table and see, okay, where's those codes? And once we've got the codes, then we'll display the staff number that links to that code. So we'll go this side. You see Lifeboy is 1. Perfect. We come this side. We look, where's the ones? Here's a 1. So we'll write number 100 down. Then we'll go this side again. Lifeboy is 2. Go back this side. Where's the 2s? There's a 2. So it's 22. And there's another 2, which is 100. And there's another 2, which is another 100. Everybody with me? The way that we'll manually do it. All right. If I don't hear no, I expect it. I think everybody's with me. So I want to. All right. So now let's go do that in code. So we said step 1, look for Lifeboy inside table PPE. So look for, you're going to look for as a search. Okay. So if I wanted to search through my table PPE, what's the first thing I need to do? Start at the top. How do I start at the top? Yes. All right. And then what else do I need for a search? Yes. We need our loop until when? Yes, until our table PPE is at the end of the file. End of file. All right. And when we've got this repeat loop, remember there was 3 pieces. We did start at the first one. We are ending at that. But what else do we need? Yes, our table PPE. Dot next. All right, so this is key doing this, especially with this program. That's why I wanted to give you this one, so you can remember to do this. You'll see with these questions, this is the part that's going to confuse you the most. And it's with a search. So the search, what else do we need? Yes, our if. And then remember the first part we said we want to see if Lifebuoy is in the supplier field. So what do I write in here? Yeah. Yes. Equal to. Yeah, the only trick with this is you must just spell it correctly. That's normally a problem. P-O-U-Y. All right. Then, all right, so I want to say, if you could do this, this is like the max. This is the base of everything. A question like this, just to put you in perspective, this question would be around about 9 marks. This is a higher order question, grade 12 paper, the most difficult thing you could get in code construct, this one. And I'm sort of showing you just how you could build up the marks. So doing this already would give you about 3 out of the 9 marks. Then, so that would look for the Lifebuoy. Do you agree? And then, what else do we know? When you've got the Lifebuoy, what did we want from here? So once we got Lifebuoy, what are we looking for? Yes, we just want the code. So you didn't need to do this, but I'm just going to do it just because, just to make our life a bit easier. So you can create a variable, maybe call it code. What data type will it be, do you think? You can make it a string. So generally, if you wanted to say integer, I want to say you'd be more correct, because I think it will be an integer. But it's just a code. So string is fine. We don't need to convert it. I'm happy with keeping it as a string. And then, so in here, we can just say code is then equal to, and how do I get the code from the table PPE? Yeah. Right, so now we've got that code. Now, once we received that code, so just see, I'm going inside here. That's what escalates the difficulty of this program, just because it's got so many levels. But so we're looping through it. If I get a Lifebuoy one, I'm getting the code. Once I've got that code, so once you've got this code, what do you want to do? So do we agree, if I can phrase a question like that, will we take that code in and look for that code in this table? Do you agree? So, and if I want to look for something, what does that mean? Yes. So like we did with this search, we do the same thing, but now for this table, do you agree we want to look through this table? All right, so what's the first thing we need to do? So I'm just going to say here, search. All right, so now I want to look through the requisition table. Where is this thing? The requisition table for this one. All right, so wants to help me? What's the first thing I need to do? Yes, so that was searching PPE table. This one will be now the requisition one. Okay, so I had an option of another repeat loop. Repeat until when? Yes, so now it's the requisition table dot end of file, because I want to go through that one. But now, if remember, repeat loop, it's got 3 pieces. If you're using it as a condition, what do we need to do before? Yes, we need this. This must be there. And then what do we do on the inside? Yes, our table requisition dot next. And this, yes. So remember, this is now a search for the requisition. So it must be here. So all of this will be inside that loop, but it's sort of creating its own structure here. So what we're going to do, we're getting a live boy, we're getting the 1. Then we'll go to this side and we look for the 1. So we want to start at the first one and go through each of them looking for it until we're at the end. Then we want to go back, look for the next live boy, which is 2. When we go here, we want to start at first again to look for the 2. That's why we need to, every time we find a live boy, we want to start at the first one and go through the whole thing. And then once we're done, we look for the next live boy, get that code, and then start again at the first and go through everything. Because if we already at the end, we'll never find the rest. Everybody good? So all of this will be inside this repeat, inside this if. Once we found it, go look for it. And once we find the next one, go look for it. So this is a look for part, a search by itself. All right, but now remember we're still busy with a search. Yes, awesome. All right, so we're still busy with a search requisition. We go first, inside we go next until we end our file. And because it's a search, what else will we need? The if statement. All right, so, and what are we comparing now? What are we looking for here? What are we comparing to what here? Yes. All right, so what can I write inside here? Yeah, yeah, is equal to code. So, and then we can go begin and end. So, if you've, okay, I'll give you a chance now. If you've done this that I've showed you here now, if you just by realizing, listen, I need to search through this table. So I put first, I do my if, and I do my next, and I do my until end of file. And then you realize you need to go through the next one. You do your first, you do a if, you do your next until end of file. This would already give you 6 out of 9, maybe 7 out of 9. So once we found the code, once you guide me, what do I want to do then? We're looking for code, we got the code, then we looked for the code in the other table. Once we got the code in the other table, yes. So then in our red display, we can just go lines.add, and then it's our table requisition. We just want the staff number. Staff in R, am I correct? Yeah. And then, yeah, let's see how that works. If we play this now, click the button, and there you go. Staff number 122, 100, 132. And that's it. Obviously, the question, they might give you some more details about maybe display the PPE code next to that, maybe put some headings. But in that we can all, so a heading you'll do like before everything. Up here you just say maybe your array display dot lines, clear it maybe, and then put a heading there and so forth. I'm not going to do all that now. But yes, so doing this would most probably give you 9 marks, roundabout. If I just gave you the answer and you just had a look at this, you would think, oh, this is crazy, confusing, and who would be able to, because if you just look at globally, I mean, there we're working with PPE and then yes, PPE again, and then requisitions and then PPE again, and you think, oh no, this is crazy stuff. But that's why you just build it up. And then it really, as I said, this is one of the most complicated code constructs you can get in grade 12 final paper. So if you guys understand this, you can help the grade 12s a bit if you wanted to just understand how code construct works. Any questions on